Okay, call the meeting to order. It's 6:34 p.m. Ms. Mayor, would you lead the Pledge of Allegiance?
Absolutely. I pledge allegiance
allegiance
to the
to the
flag
flag
of the
of the
United
States of
America
and
and
to the republic
for
which it stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty
liberty
and
and
justice
justice
for all.
for all.
Okay, roll call. We have, looks like everybody is present. Okay, public comments and questions. Anything from the public? Not seeing anybody from the public on the meeting. We'll move on. Approval of the general meeting, minutes of the general meeting of May 11th, 2021.
That's Lacey, I'm sorry.
Sounds like there's a correction there. Any questions, comments, corrections?
That's the one that I didn't get a chance to print, but it looked good to me.
Okay, once again, any questions, comments, or corrections?
Nope.
Not hearing any. Would somebody like to make a motion accepting the minutes of the general meeting of May 11th, 2021 as presented?
Murray don't make the motion.
Okay, Marita makes the motion. Who seconds?
Barb S.
Barb Siegler seconds the motion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, motion passes. All right, let's take a moment to take a look at the minutes of the caucus meeting of Tuesday, May 25th, 2021. Any questions, comments, or corrections?
Barb Sempinski, I made the change you requested.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, once again, any questions, comments, or corrections?
Can we know what the correction was?
The correction was under, oh gosh, where was it? When talking about the newsletter, it said that Steve was going to do the newsletter, but Steve asked me to do the newsletter. So,
Okay.
Yes.
sorry.
Okay. Not hearing any other corrections, would somebody like to make a motion accepting the minutes of the caucus meeting of May 25th, 2021 as presented?
Carolyn will make that motion.
Carolyn makes the motion. Do I have a second?
Brenda
Barb
will
Sid?
second.
Brenda will second.
Brenda, you got in there before me.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, motion passes. Okay, let's take a moment to look at the accounts payable list and see how much money Ray is spending here.
Not too bad.
Okay, any questions for Ray? Okay, any questions? No? Would somebody like to make a motion accepting the accounts payable ending May 31st, 2021 at a total of $27,329.80?
Barb.
Make,
Oh,
go ahead,
Carolyn.
Barb.
Barb C.
Barb C makes the motion. Do I have a second?
Maria will second.
Marita seconds. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Motion passes. Ray, pay the bills. Okay, officials reports. Miss Mayor.
Okay, for the month of May, we had 2 domestics, 1 loud music, 1 suspicious person, 1 suspicious activity, 2 traffic parking problems, 1 patrol action, 2 foot patrol, 1 welfare check, and 1 traffic target for a total of 12 for the month of May.
Okay.
Our the welfare check was our Alzheimer's patient in the borough, and he was lives on Pennsbury, and he was out walking around on Pennsbury Boulevard, didn't know where he was. So we really need to keep an eye on that. I don't know how we can control it. The wife went out and left him, and I'm just really getting concerned about this. Today we had a little school bus mishap at the upper island, and got a flat tire from the rebar running over the rebar at the top of the island.
Oh, God.
And it had kids on it, but everything was cool. Nobody was hurt. Montour School District came out immediately to take care of it, and they brought out another bus, and the bus driver went on ahead with and took those kids. Some of them were from here. The majority of them were not from Pennsbury. But again, I have to reiterate that when something like this happens, the first call to anybody should be the Carnegie Police or the dispatch, call 911, and then call myself and Steve.
No.
Because when I called dispatch, they asked me if there was any injuries, and I was not sure for certain, but you know, there was none. So that still has to be the follow-up. If you witness it, and other people called in, I heard, yeah, from the sergeant that other residents called in to the police too. They don't care how many calls, because they'll tell you we already know that, but everything worked out well, and the bus they backed it up under a new road, huh, Steve?
Yep.
and then the tire was changed, and they went on their way. So
Yeah, we had, actually, I'll tell you what, I was pretty happy with the response
yes,
and the way we handled the situation.
yeah, it was good.
We were on scene within seconds.
Yeah,
We had people on scene within seconds. Lucy was there, I was there, Trish was there, we had Sonny was there.
mhm,
So we had a very good response for it. Carnegie responded with 4 vehicles,
yes.
and Allegheny
Wow.
County Emergency Management responded with 2 vehicles.
Hi. What time did this happen?
3:30.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
I think Murray, as soon as they hear that it's a school bus
School
involved
bus,
with children on it,
probably.
I think
Yeah.
that's why the county came out, I believe.
Yeah.
So, but
They actually
everything worked
punctured
out
2
well.
tires.
Pardon me?
They actually punctured 2 tires.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Well, how did, you know, what happened exactly?
he cut the corner too close.
Oh, okay.
Whenever the rebar, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but when they were the littler kids, but they were all good.
Yeah.
They were all good.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay.
It worked
Yeah,
out
it worked
very
out
well.
well. Yeah, it did. It was fine.
But
So,
yeah, like I said, I'm very happy with the response that we did. We had our
Yeah.
stuff together.
yeah,
We got traffic stopped. We got traffic rerouted.
right.
We had the emergency people on their way. And we were in the process of, looking to move the kids to either
To
the
the
borough
community
office
room,
or the
yeah.
community room.
Hmm.
Didn't want to leave them on a hot bus. But they nixed that because they said the bus is already on the way. So,
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think we responded well.
Yeah, it was
Good.
very good. Very organized.
Good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, and Memorial Day. Surprise to Steve and I. Around 10:15, the American Legion school bus showed up in the driveway, and both of us were kind of surprised because we were told by two different people that they were not coming up because of COVID. But I felt bad and felt bad and embarrassed that nobody was up there to welcome these guys.
Right.
So I I left a message again, like I did the last time, for the American Legion, and the commander did call me back, and he said it was last minute, and he said, "Oh, I thought I notified the municipality." I said, "No." I said, "I spoke to my borough manager, and there was nothing on the machine there." And I said, "I received no phone call saying that you were coming." He said, "Well, it was just a last minute short dedication, but they were here not even 10 minutes." So he said, "We'll be back next year as usual, so we can continue with our donuts and coffee, I guess, next year, and hope this COVID crisis is over with." So
I thought I had heard the guns, and then I thought,
yeah,
but they're not supposed to be there.
right, yeah. And I said to him, "Well, we were just a little bit embarrassed." And he said, "Well, Mayor, don't sweat the small stuff."
No.
Aw.
So he said Ingram, there was only 3 people with Ingram, I understand. And then he said Crafton had quite a few, but they didn't have the parade as usual. But I just, like I said, I just felt kind of bad that nobody was up there to
At the
Yeah.
time,
greet them.
at
Yeah.
the time, I was out putting up the no parking signs down on Pennsbury Boulevard,
Hmm.
and I heard the shots, and I was like, "Come on, people! It's only no parking signs."
Wow.
Thought they were aiming at you, huh,
Yeah.
Steve?
Dang.
Never know. But that concludes my report.
Okay, very good. President's report, I'm going to defer till later. I got a bunch of stuff. Vice President, anything? Brenda, anything? You're muted, Brenda. I take it Brenda doesn't have anything. Manager.
No, I don't have anything. Sorry about that.
Yeah, got to remember that mute button.
Yeah.
Manager's report.
I wanted to let you know that I received $4,404.36 from Jordan Tax Service, which I deposited today, representing payment of delinquent business privilege, delinquent real estate, and delinquent refuse fees. I also completed the annual Chicago survey and I discussed this with Steve, an estimated rock salt tonnage of 150 tons for the upcoming winter season.
Okay. Anything else, Ray?
That's it.
Okay. Have you been able to do any work on that grant?
No,
Okay. We need
that I
to-
will.
Okay. Yeah, we need to start on that.
Yes,
Uh,
I did
Deb-
go in and print it out and got all the information to
Okay.
do it.
All right. Debbie said she's going to help us, but yeah, please try to get started and see what you can
Okay.
get through. She is having a lot of problems.
Well, that's
Uh,
comforting for me to know because
yeah,
I always
this is-
have problems.
Yeah.
What kind of grant?
I'd rather not talk about this right now.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I have some nasty opinions about this. This is the COVID.
COVID CARES
It seems to be that we're eligible for about $66,000 in grants, of which $33,000 would be coming this year. And let's just say it's a bit of a challenge
Okay.
trying to jump through the hoops for this. Okay. Anything else, Ray?
No.
Okay. Real estate tax collector, what you got?
Collected 402 payments in the month of May for a total of $204,181.51. For total year to date is $228,063.90, and at face value we still have outstanding $25,471. And that totals about 50 units that are still outstanding. But I have, I think about 8 more to go, already done, ready to go in the bank this week. So we're probably down to like 42.
Okay, very good. Oh, okay, Act 511, Ray, I guess you've already
Yes.
given that.
Well, the, no, the, we received 21,688.07 in earned income tax deposited in May 2021. So all the EIT payments are going direct to Dollar Bank now. However, I did get the bank statement from Northwest, and it showed a Commonwealth of PA RAD payment of $1,725.49. And I don't know what that is because
Right.
unless it's regional asset or something. I did contact the state of Pennsylvania and filled out forms for them to send all their deposits to our Dollar Bank account. But on 5/7, somehow that one got through. And then there was one other one, Allegheny County cash disbursement, Allegheny administrative cash disbursement, 722.75. Now, I believe that is real estate transfer tax because they told me they would start that in, I filled out forms for them too and sent them a letter, and they said they will start that June 1st.
Okay.
And the reason I'm letting you know about this is because I still can't close the Northwest general account until there's nothing coming through from these government agencies.
Yeah, correct. Yes, and that is rad tax money.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
So I'll have to
regional asset.
contact them and find out why because when I filled out the forms, I said all Allegheny, all Pennsylvania, anything, highway funds, PennDOT fund, anything, and even put ETC was to go into the Dollar Bank account. So like I said, I don't know how that one slipped through, but it did.
Yeah, somebody at the county didn't get the message yet.
Mhm.
Okay. Very good. Okay, refuse fee.
Collected $1,170 in May, $415 in late fees for a total of $1,585. We still have 35 properties outstanding.
Okay.
And Steve, one thing, the dumpster they moved into place here by me, they put it backwards. You can't, the garbage truck's never gonna be able to get it out. They put it sideways.
Okay.
So he'll never be, he'd have to back into one of the parking spaces directly across from it to be able to get it, because you know what I mean?
We'll get it straightened out tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
What dumpster number, do you know, Trish?
I don't. I'm
Okay.
sorry. It's the one right by me.
Across, it's
Okay.
number 4.
That's the one I take the garbage to.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Number 4, right, Steve?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll get
Okay.
him to redo that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Engineers report. What?
Yes, I have several items I'd like to go over tonight. First of all, last month's meeting, I mentioned that I was going to get price quotations to do some work on one of the tanks at the sewage treatment plant. Includes draining the tank and replacing the membranes on the fine bubble diffusers. So I sent 6 RFPs out to 6 different contractors, and we got one back. And that was from the current treatment plant operator, CWM Environmental. They came in just under the bidding threshold at $21,250. So options there are to, I think the best option is to give that work to CWM, because bidding that out, I don't know that we're going to get any better pricing bidding it out, and CWM is familiar with the plant and day-to-day operations, so it makes sense. So I'd like to ask council to award that work to CWM Environmental for $21,250.
Is that for two or for just one tank?
One tank.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Would
And
somebody
is
like,
there anybody else you could send a request to, or did the 6 exhaust the field on this?
I looked and I sent it to pretty much everyone we know that in that industry that does that type of work. It's kind of specialized, so there aren't many contractors out there to do that. I even met one of the contractors at the plant and we went over everything, and he was going to get me a price and he never did. And another contractor I talked to on the phone, he was going to give me a price, he never did. It's kind of it's literally a definition of a dirty job. I mean, they're cleaning out the bottom of these sewage tanks, so it's not desirable work. But to answer your question, I mean, we could beat the bushes to try and get another contractor, but I talked to other engineers in my office, and we came up with a list of 6.
yeah, I got a feeling, possibly some of this is COVID related with the not being able to get workers too. Chris, being we only got to 1, we're still in good shape, right?
Yeah, we made a good faith effort. The Borough Code requires that we make requests to 3 qualified contractors, and I think we did that. It's not based on the response, and we're under the threshold by about $50. So it's in the discretion of council whether to ask again, whether to bid, or whether to just move forward now. It's purely your decision.
Okay. Well, would somebody like to make a motion accepting the quote from CWM?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, do I have a second?
Rita will second.
Marita seconds. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay. Go ahead, Clint. Let's
Okay.
get that started.
Steve, do you want me to go over that storm sewer now?
No, we'll do that under road project.
Okay, then I just have one last item. We've been keeping an eye on a condition at the next to the sewage treatment plant. There was a perpetual puddle beside the building, and the operator complained of low water pressure when he was trying to use the hose. We initially thought it might be something to do with the backflow preventer, but to try and narrow it down, we closed the shutoff valve to the plant. It's just it's a water line that feeds a small sink in the plant and a hose bib. It's not essential for day-to-day operations, but it's needed by the operator to hose down the walls of the tank when needed. Long story short, we closed the shutoff valve up top at Carriage Circle at the start of the maintenance drive, and the puddle's drying up down beside the blower building at the treatment plant. So we suspect a water line leak, and I'd like to get American leak detection out to investigate further. That's usually about $500 to get them out to do that work. So at this time, I just wanted to ask for permission to arrange to have American leak detection come out to the plant and see what they can find.
Okay, guys. Yeah, I guess this is something we got to do.
Somebody has.
How big is the line?
It's
Okay.
just a 3/4 inch copper line down over the hill. It's small. And like I said, it only serves the treatment plant. So if it's out for a while, it's not a big deal, but it does need to be restored eventually.
Did you send us papers on that? At least Steve and I, or anything? Do you have an idea what that would cost?
I don't, but we can be a little more selective on that. I could probably get price quotations since it is a water line leak, and I guess it would qualify as an emergency, but I think we can try to keep that cost down by getting some price quotations.
Okay.
All right.
But the first step is to get American leak detection out and see if indeed there is a leak.
Okay, well, this sounds like it's something we need to do. So why don't you, unless somebody has objection, why don't we go ahead and start investigating that?
I'll make the motion that he does that.
Okay, do I have a second?
Brenda will second.
Okay, Brenda second. Carolyn makes the motion. Brenda seconds. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, Carolyn, see if you can find the leak.
All right, that's all I have for now.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's enough. Anything from our solicitor? Chris, tell me something that isn't going to cost us money.
Other than what we talked about earlier, I have nothing. I haven't been working on anything else for you. So that was my sole assignment for this.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, Public Works. Do we have anything other than the road project? Carolyn?
I don't think so.
Okay. Parks and
Hey,
Recreation?
hey, Parks and Recreation, I don't have anything. I did take a walk through the playground and, it looks fine, but whatever they did when they sanitized it and moved the chips around looks good. But I did want to let you know, I was walking the dog, just out walking in the neighborhood, and where dumpster number 15 is down on Pennsbury Boulevard, where we have like the cinder blocks where we build the little walls behind the dumpster.
Mhm.
The little wall behind that one is all knocked over and kind of, it's kind of falling down all over the place. Like, I don't know whether the guy is hitting it with the dumpster and the bricks are just
That's
all kind of falling.
15.
Yeah.
That is not near the playground, is it? Because there's
No,
one
it's
that's,
not.
it's on
no, it's
Pennsbury
not.
Boulevard, down
It's
near
on
the double
Pennsbury
carport.
Boulevard. It's in the vicinity of it's across from Unit 1183. I don't know what building that is, but
Yeah, I saw that.
it's down behind where Brenda lives. It's down
Yeah.
behind Brenda Street.
Okay, I'll take a look at that one. I know we got a problem with, I think it's 10. A little problem we have with this is the new dumpsters are a tiny bit wider,
Yeah.
and we're having a couple issues with a couple locations. Now, when we put the new dumpsters in, we made note that there were a couple walls that have gotten a little crunchy,
Mhm.
and there's really not a whole lot you can do. And I think Ken, who is our driver, is having some problems because he's trying to position these dumpsters at these locations, such as 10. It's mainly on Pennsbury Boulevard where those dumpsters go in at an angle,
Mhm.
and the walls are like an L shape.
Yeah.
The dumpsters are a little wider, and he's having problems because he's trying to set the dumpsters in there that the residents have access to both doors, both sides.
Okay. Mhm.
And here they're a little bit wider than what we designed those walls. So at some point, we have to look at, possibly making those bigger.
Yeah.
making them a little bit bigger.
Steve, would, taking away one parking space remedy the situation? And I know that's ugly because nobody wants that, but
Well, this has nothing,
It's
you know,
not on a park side.
this has nothing to do with the parking space. It's nowhere near a parking space.
oh, okay.
No, Ray is saying about taking up, maybe moving the dumpster to a parking space. It was the way I was reading that.
Right.
No, these dumpsters, Ray, are into the hillside.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like a block walls behind them. And I know, what was it, that number 15? The wall
Mhm.
was pretty banged up from waste management. I'll have to take a look at the other one, the 10, number, whatever that was, number 10. That's right around the bend for me here, so I'll take a look at that tomorrow. See what the story is. But yeah, waste management banged that a couple times and dislodged some of the bricks, and the bricks have been stacked back up and it's been knocked down again.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate, but
Can it be dug out and the wall moved back?
oh, sure, for a price.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
well, Okay.
Absolutely. Money will get you anything you want.
Yeah.
We just got to find the
Okay.
money. We just have to find the money. But that's something we'll look into and probably address.
Yeah, I just wanted to
Later.
make you aware.
Okay, appreciate it. Yeah,
Sure.
keep an eye out for these little things because that's the only way we find out about them.
I'm eagle wise, Steve. I walk all
There you
over.
go. Yep.
Okay, that's all I have.
That's how we find out it's broke before somebody complains about it. Says it's been broke for ages and you guys haven't done nothing. Okay, sounds good. Okay, community affairs.
I have drafted a rough draft of the newsletter based on all the suggestions of topics that everyone gave me the last time. I just have to format it. So that's where I'm at with
Okay.
that.
Very good.
Barb,
Yes.
can I say, excuse me, we've done this quite a few times, but I've been seeing it more and more. The hillside, like where Country View is going up the hill, people still walk against that wall coming down the hill, and they're going to get hit.
Yeah, I have something about walking.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly what I say, but a kind of a as a reminder, not only to walk on the appropriate side of the road, but also to not walk in the middle of the road, because I've noticed a lot of people and they wear headphones and they walk in the middle of the road.
I don't know. People are coming.
Is there a sign
So-
along there?
Are you asking Carolyn or me?
I'm
Because I don't
asking
know.
anybody who's
No, I don't
aware.
know.
If
But
there's a
I-
sign down there that says no walking down on that.
Yes.
Oh, it does, but you know,
There is.
On the wall.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah, there is.
Okay. Okay, people are just ignoring it.
They ignore everything. They're skateboarding down the yellow line on Carriage.
Yeah, I saw a family of bicyclers over the weekend on my
Mhm.
street. So
And they won't move. One of these
don't
kids
say
is gonna-
anything to them because the mother will come and yell at you. That's what happened with me.
No, one of the kids is going to get hit.
well, I'll send what I have to you guys so you can see, and if there's stuff that you want to add or change.
Okay.
So I'll send it out to everyone.
Very good. Okay, do we have anything with the condominium report?
The meeting's next week and I'm going to that. Now, even with the road construction, they will be meeting in the community room,
Yes.
as far as we know.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, they're doing their meetings in person now. And we'll
Okay.
address that here coming up. Okay, public safety, Lucy, anything?
I have nothing.
Okay, finance, Nick?
I have nothing other than I'll be working with Dollar Bank in reference to the audited financials that they're requesting.
Administration, we're going to be working on that grant for the COVID relief money. And we'll let you know how that turns out. Information technology, Brenda?
The website is up to date. Steve's been keeping people updated about the daily road construction. And I've been taking his text off of the website, paring it down and sending it also as a next door announcement. Steve also posted information on the website about Pennsbury spring cleanup days. So we have an announcement on the website for that, and I'm going to send a next door announcement as well.
Yeah, apparently those 2 large roll-off dumpsters are a lot more popular than we've ever imagined, judging by the amount of telephone
yeah.
traffic, telephone traffic in
Absolutely.
the office.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, road project, old business. Yay. I got a little something here. I threw this together real fast. Let's see how it works. Hey, there's Carolyn.
Bored as heck.
Oh, you took me, I'm sitting off on my job.
There
Sitting
you
on the new
go.
steps.
Sitting down on
Trying
the
out
job.
them new steps.
Yeah, and they work pretty good.
I'll tell you what. Actually, that's the reason why I put that up there. Those guys did a hell of a job on these steps. The ones that same thing. The ones up on Community Court, they look great. Okay. Anyway, let's see if we can get this to work.
I was up there, not quite as long as Steve, but I was up there most of the days.
I got a picture. You were there.
5 hours. No, I wasn't. I was standing most of the time, Steve.
But we were working hard for our money.
Yeah, you worked harder, but I was up there.
Oh, anyway, here's road project. Here's where we started out with. This is the first night that we were working. We're sitting there trying to get these valves. So that's digging, trying to find these valves, which turned out to be a real mess. And as it turned out, when we finally found the pipes and the valves, we actually found that there were valves where we were going to put new valves. They just no longer worked. But we didn't actually know that's an old valve right at the place where we were going to put a new valve. It was buried under the dirt. This is at the corner of Pennsbury Boulevard by the stop sign, down by Ray's house. And being that how low the elevation is, there was nowhere, there's not a fire hydrant or anything that we could open to relieve the water pressure to drain the line. So the only way that we could get the water out of the line was the guy actually had to get there with a gas-powered saw and make 3 cuts into the pipe. And that's the water pressure. The water's turned off. That's just water draining from our system. It's coming out that forceful. Here they're lowering a new valve in. This is actually up by Trish's. This is down the entranceway. You're looking across the entranceway toward the water pit. This is the cut that they made across the roadway. And that's approximately 8 to 10 feet deep. They originally, by OSHA, have to put in those supports to keep the walls from collapsing. But when they started digging down, they found like about 1 foot of dirt and then solid rock. They had to hammer the whole way across the entranceway through solid rock. It was about it averaged anywhere about 2 to 4 foot thick. And then there was shale rock underneath it. But
Mm.
they worked their tails off getting that cut across there. This is already on the side of the island. This is down at Baldwin Road. This is where they cut the pipe in to the catch basin, the county's catch basin, right on Baldwin Road. And being that it was at the bottom of the hill, that wasn't anywhere near as deep.
Steve, are you talking?
Yes.
I can hardly hear you. My speakers must be going because I can't hear very good. Okay.
Okay. The entranceway before we started paving. And of course, that's them paving. And this is our infamous school bus accident. This is at the very top of the top island on the downward side. We had traffic running two-way traffic on the downward side. The school bus came up and he cut the bend too short, and he took the rear wheels of the school bus over top of the rebar. And he punctured both dually tires on the back of the bus.
Sounded like a gunshot when it went off because we were standing right there.
Mm. Were you directing him traffic?
Nope. Was heading for home. I had just pulled into my parking space when Trish turns around and called me and said, just when you thought it was safe to go home, come back up.
It pulled you back in.
So turned around and flew back up, and sure enough. Now this is down at the sewage treatment plant. 7 o'clock this morning, we held a meeting. This is the sinkhole. Now this is heading down to the sewage treatment plant. This is a little bit to the right of the salt building. I know a lot of people haven't been down there and don't know what it looks like down there. But as you're coming down the sewage treatment plant or the maintenance road, your first thing you run into is our salt shed on the left. And then right after the salt shed is where the condo has their dumpster, which is to the right of this picture. Then there's a little parking area in here that they'll put stone and different things. They'll stack stuff up in here. And right across, right in line here between the tree and the cone coming back to the road, last year we replaced the piping. This is the spare pipe that we have here. This pipe was replaced underneath the road and comes over to the side here, right about, I guess, in the area of that tree. And then we were informed last year that the rest of the pipe had to be replaced, which runs, toward us. Well, the people who own Ryan Homes would not give us permission to access this area with through their property. So we kind of nixed it. Well, lo and behold, Sonny started reporting that there was a little sinkhole developing right here. And apparently yesterday in that massive downpour, this all blew out. So what you're looking at is about a good 7 feet down.
Wow.
That's a huge hole. So Clint, do you want to tell them about what we have planned?
Yeah, so I talked to the paving contractor. He met with my inspector, Joe Stratakis, out on site, and Joe explained to him what needs to be done and that he can't access from the bottom. He has to only work from the top. And I think there's about 52 feet of 24-inch diameter pipe that needs replaced. And then over the hill where it discharges all the storm water, they're going to put 18-inch big rock to prevent any erosion of the hillside. And we got a price quotation from them today to do that. It's $37,479.90. And we'd like to do this work now with this contractor, and that is a change order into the existing road contract. We didn't push for it last year because as Steve said, the adjoining property owner wouldn't give us access, and Scaretti didn't know if his machine was big enough to do the work from the hillside. And this contractor has a machine that he can bring in that's big enough to do the work and can reach down the hillside without accessing from the bottom. So that's what we got. We've got this big hole that keeps getting bigger beside the salt storage building, and that pipe. I know that we put a camera in there several years ago, and it's in bad shape. It's corrugated metal pipe, and it's past its useful life, and it's rusted and falling in. So this really needs to happen, in my opinion.
Okay. Now, Scaretti originally offered to do it for $32,000 approximately. Of course, that was a little easier job because he was anticipating accessing through the Ryan Homes property down there. And Ryan wouldn't give us, or the new owners of the Ryan facility would not give us permission to do that. If we would try to take this as a separate project and just go out to bid on it, we'd be spending $3,000 or $4,000 for Clint to prepare the paperwork and do the bidding. So take that off to $37,500. We're
And the
down to
advertising.
$33,500. And today it's hard to say, it's not going to be too many people who are going to be capable of doing this, having access to the kind of equipment that can reach this from up above. So Clint and I talked this over, and we feel that we would probably want to consider proceeding with this.
How much is this again?
Approximately
$37,479.90.
It's something we have to do.
Right.
I mean, you can't get away from it.
Well, the problem is, you see what one rainstorm did.
Yeah.
But Steve, I'm sorry, are you saying if we do it now, we save 4,000 or something? What did you just say?
No. Yeah, in other words, even if we could get somebody that would give us a Scaretti's price, okay, we're going to wind up spending another $3,000 to $4,000 to have Clint go through the bid process.
Okay.
To do this as a special project rather than a add-on to the current project.
Okay.
And plus, materials are a lot more expensive now since COVID than last year when Scaretti gave us that bid.
And we know that CH&D does good work because it's evident by what they're doing now.
Okay. So this wasn't something we were planning on, but where we got a better price on the road, this will take the road project up to what Clint was estimating, and that's what we budgeted for. So,
Right.
we're not really taking a hit on the budget for this.
Well, we got to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't have many choices.
Somebody like to make a motion that we award was it CHD?
CH&D Enterprises.
CHD Enterprises, the add-on to our road project at an amount of approximately $37,500 for the repair of the storm sewer, the main storm sewer line at the sewage treatment plant.
Maureen will make the motion.
Okay,
And
Marie-
Barb Sigler will second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, abstentions? Okay, Clint, let him know. He can
I will.
proceed. Okay,
Clint, will
On
you
some-
send me the add-on contract?
right.
Okay,
Yeah, it's like an
Sure.
addendum,
okay,
a change order to the current contract.
Change order. Yeah.
yeah.
Now on a
That'll be
subject-
something that Steve has to sign, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay, now on a subject near and dear to my heart, food. I gave Cindy the go-ahead. I told her that she was good to go from June 22nd on. And she's been working hard because a lot of people's schedules are filled up, but she came up with some really good ones here. And she's still working to augment this. So
Wow, that looks great.
Yeah.
let's see what we come up with.
June 23rd, beginning June 23rd, did you say, Steve?
You're real muffled.
You're real muffled.
It's June 22nd.
June 22nd, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, our first one will be June 22nd. We have another breakfast one, Pittsburgh Crepes, in July. Actually, we wind up with two within 2 days. This will be Sunday and this one will be Tuesday.
Yeah.
And the only repeat right now is Fudge Farm.
Did Nick, did you get an email I sent about Marcus Auto? There was somebody named Marcus Auto that called and left a voicemail about they would like to be included. They understand we do the food trucks and they would like to be included. I thought I sent you an email with the name and number.
I think you did, and I think I forwarded it to Cindy. I'll shoot her a
Okay,
text.
okay. That's all I wanted to check on.
I'll shoot a text, see if she had, she reached out to them. Maybe they were scheduled, couldn't meet us. So
Yeah.
Oh, do you have any idea who the food truck was?
Marcus Auto, or
Marcus?
is MARCKISOTTO. And they have like a different Italian foods, eggplant and eggplant parmesan and meatballs, and they didn't say spaghetti, hot sausage, stuff like that.
Oh, so it sounds like an Italian truck.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. So that's what we got planned there. Okay, new business. Progress payment number 1 for CH&D Enterprise. Ray, how much, or Clint, how much is this? Is it
2938.50.
It's like, how much is that, right? 21?
20,938.50. And that's only for work performed through May 31st.
So it basically covers the valve installations and some of the concrete curb where they ripped out. That first week they were working.
Okay. Somebody'd like to make a motion that we make the first interim payment to CH&D Enterprises in the amount of, Ray, $20,000.
$20,938.50.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, who was that, Nick?
Yes.
Nick makes the motion.
I'll
Do I have a
second.
second?
Brenda will second.
Brenda seconds. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, abstentions? Okay. Write the check. Okay, next thing we have is, would somebody like to make a motion passing a resolution, our next resolution number, officially ending the COVID-19 emergency declaration in Pennsbury Village?
Carolyn, make a motion.
Carolyn makes the motion. Do I have a second?
Marita will second.
Rita seconds. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, abstentions? Okay, we're officially out of the emergency.
Carolyn made the motion and who seconded?
Marita.
Marita.
Okay.
Okay, open discussion with council. What you guys want to talk about?
What's the status of the joint meeting that we have talked about having with the condo association?
Debbie sent out to her people and she has not received responses back yet. Nobody responded to it, so I'm not sure what they got going on, but she's hounding them.
Okay.
I will bring it up at the meeting next week if we don't have anything before then.
Okay. Yeah, I'll email you if Debbie comes up with an answer before then.
Okay.
Okay, what else we got?
Oh, I just mentioned, Brenda and I are gonna meet soon to kick off our project to, write up descriptions for all the committees.
Mhm.
And so I just want everyone to be aware, though, I think we probably will reach out to all the people that are on committees to get your take on what you feel your responsibilities are, or what responsibilities you have been fulfilling in your roles. So we want to get like a good, basis of what people are doing in their roles right now. So just throwing that out there.
Okay,
don't be-
I want to jump in first.
Yes.
Public Works, I think that one of their duties should be that they have to bring coffee and donuts to the meeting.
Talking about the head honcho.
The chief cook and bottle washer.
So they just want you guys to be, expecting that we'll be reaching out to you at some point.
Very good idea.
Okay. That's all.
Okay.
I think Steve deserves a round of applause for all his hard work because he is out there every day in the sun,
Absolutely.
just working his hiney off.
That's right. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks,
Yes,
Steve.
thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm giving him a round of applause. Come on, people.
I'll tell you what, it's been eye-opening.
Mhm.
And one thing that I've learned is we have a lot of nice people here in Pennsbury. We've gotten into some very difficult situations and, twists and turns and have, really confused them on which way to go. And for the most part, 98% of the people are fantastic to work with. But there's that 2%.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen it. They're just nasty.
There's just some people that you really ought to consider selling a car and ripping up the driver's license. Oh my.
The way they were screaming at some of the workers was just totally uncalled for. I wish I knew who these people were.
Oh, my.
That is uncalled for. I'm sorry.
Oh, totally uncalled for. I mean, obscenities at them. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I could take a sailor down, but you know what I mean? It was pretty rude when they're trying to direct traffic or work there and these people are just swearing at them.
It's the same
Wow.
people that complain about the roads having potholes.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. If they're not fixed, then they'd be complaining.
Yeah, I was going to say that montage, Steve, that you did for us is actually very nice. And it's, if we could put that somewhere that people could see, people have no idea how involved all of this is.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe that could go on the website.
Well, Brenda and I could probably figure something out there, put it. put a
Mhm.
little- put
Yeah,
little
that's a good
motion.
idea.
Yeah.
That would
That's a
be
very
an
good
idea.
idea.
This is where your dollars are going, and this is where this is, for the short amount of
Convenience.
inconvenience, this is the long-term gain that we're getting from all of
Mm.
this.
Mhm.
So,
Well, it'll be interesting. The curbing, they got the curbing in on the entrance, right?
Mhm.
And they're saying that they're able to do approximately 200 feet a day. So in the 2 days that they've done it, they've done the lower island. They've gotten each side done. Tomorrow they want to do the tips of the islands and work on the upper island on the downward side is what they're looking at. So they'll probably spend 2 days doing all that. And then they have to start the sides. And boy, that's going to take years, probably about 6-7 days there to do those sides. So we're probably looking the better part of 2 weeks.
Hey,
Before
Steve, is
we're,
there going to be any additional expense to fix that rebar that the bus drove over today?
no, I don't think.
No? Okay.
I don't think.
But the bus probably got hurt more than the rebar.
I think the bus driver's his ego got hurt the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
I think most of the damage was in the ego.
Yeah, because they said the rims weren't damaged at all when they were replacing the tires.
and kids probably thought that was cool, that something odd happened to them on the bus. They could go home and tell.
You mean that
tell
they
their
were leaning?
parents.
They were leaning to one side.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah,
They were cute.
I could just hear its kid runs in the door. Hey, our bus got hit with an IED.
We were shot at or something, yeah. Because they were all on the phone. 'Cause I
That's
said to the
amazing.
one little, I said to the one little girl, I said, "Oh, you tell her you're fine and you're getting on the new bus now."
Oh boy.
Mhm.
Okay, well, any other open discussion?
Nope.
No? Public comments and questions? Anything from the public? I'm not seeing any public. So move on to adjournment. Would somebody like to make a motion to adjourn?
Brenda will make the motion.
Brenda makes a motion. Do I have a second?
Marita will second.
Rita seconds. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, abstentions. Okay, the meeting is over and I shall stop the recording.